My name is Swamp. And it is once again time for TikTok Hell. Please allow me to be the Virgil to your Dante as we explore TikToks from the LEFTISM4U Twitter page. This guy finds some great stuff. Let's do it.
Okay, so this comment, I mean, if y'all are interested in cults and extreme beliefs and radicalization,
Of course.
and where we see that in our society, which is hopefully why you found my channel, memes. It's a whole rabbit hole you can fall down.
Memes. I actually agree with you on this one. This is how I, too, became a far-right ethno-nationalist, otherwise known as a friend.
But the alt-right uses memes to radicalize people into alt-right and often very extreme beliefs, like being outward white supremacists. So how do I know? Okay, so this comes out of left field. Please read my book. But I got married in college to a guy who, you know, you can see was clearly toxic back then.
Okay. I can already tell this is going to be one of those times where this woman just goes on a long, meandering story, providing us with all kinds of information that is not in the slightest bit relevant to what we're going to be talking about, which I guess is memes and how they radicalize people. Strap in, ladies and gentlemen, strap in.
Was an ex-gay. I didn't really understand it. Ended up married to him for 2 years. Got into the army because
your
of him,
husband was an
also many
ex-gay,
other
or
reasons,
you were
all
an
the same
ex-gay?
reasons
What?
People join cults, and ended up divorcing him pretty quickly. Like he was pretty toxic, and I had no desire to go back and live with him. So I leave him and I move on.
Oh yeah, he sounds like the
Army
toxic
career,
one.
I get out of the army. I write this book about how the army is like a sex cult. And literally 3 days as I'm like selling this book deal, I get a call from an army lawyer asking me to testify against William Jeffrey Poole, my ex-husband, so they could kick him out of the army for white supremacy. Now, where am I going with this? One of my first thoughts after, there's no fucking way this is my life. There's no way that I grew up in a sex cult, escaped, joined the army, did all the stuff, and also accidentally married a white supremacist. Of course, I realized there's all my programming and stuff that I still haven't even begun to unbraid. Well, I have begun, but it's a lot of work. And yeah.
If you can't believe that this has happened to you, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it might be you. Maybe you are the crazy in this scenario, because I'm not exactly following this at the moment. I'm not entirely sure that you have not played some role in your crazy life. Yeah.
And yes, many of you will tell me that this video is too long, but it's okay. It's my channel. One of my first thoughts after all of that was, oh my God, he loved lolcats. Like, this man was obsessed with memes. I mean, he taught me about memes. He would talk in lolcat language. He was obsessed with memes. And I was like,
this is the most cringe thing I've ever watched.
All this stuff and having all the pieces of the puzzle and looking back and going, oh my gosh, yeah. Like, I know exactly how they do it. And I don't know, maybe hopefully one day I'll write a book about that too. It's called Un-American.
I cannot wait to read this book. You know, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he also really liked to, you know, like wear shirts. So maybe you should write a book on how shirts are connected to extremism and white supremacy. Because no way, your husband was into memes? Wow, no one's into that. And honestly, I still don't know. Was she gay or was her husband gay? I don't really care enough. I don't really care enough to go back and look. I don't know. Next video.
God is gay. God is a lesbian. God is trans. God is gender non-binary. God is straight. God is cisgender. God is black. God is white. God is Middle Eastern. God is Asian. God is differently abled mentally and physically. God is able-bodied. God is you, and you are God.
Well, just some light heresy to get us through the Sunday. What?
I'm gonna say this in the most disrespectful way possible. Only weak ass bitch mentality women feel threatened by trans people. And that's how it is.
What? These crazy people need to start understanding that cisgendered people, or, normal people, the sane people, we're not scared. I'm not threatened by your mental illness. We are disgusted by it. Know the difference.
Straight up, though, if I ever have to have an abortion, you bet I'm gonna have a party. I'm gonna have cupcakes with aborted fetuses drawn on them, lots of snacks, I'm gonna
Good
come up with
Lord,
some
you're
sort of
ugly.
cocktail and call it the aborted fetus, and me and all of my friends are just gonna hang out, eat a bunch of yummy dead fetus themed food, get drunk, and have a great old time. And Republicans like to call us snowflakes.
I'm sorry, what? There's so many things here. First of all, I just don't think that you're gonna have to ever require an abortion. That's first off. And then there's that weird quip at the end of, and they say we're the snowflakes? Are you implying that wanting to perform a demonic ritual in which you reenact eating a dead child makes you not a snowflake? I don't know. And of course, third point, if you ever did get pregnant, this may be one of the only times ever I would actually be advocating for an abortion.
Considering the history of how the word woke was stolen from Black vernacular English, misappropriated, co-opted, warped, and is now often used as a slur, its use at this point by non-Black folks is only harmful. Unless you're literally using the word in the past tense of wake up, let's not. If you do witness a non-Black person using it, think about what they're actually trying to express. Have them describe what they really mean in alternate terms. It's most likely derogatory and condescending, and definitely always leads to being anti-Black. White dominance is the least creative infrastructure out there. Let's deny its continued use of us for its mediocrity, and instead conjure up the infinite possibilities of thought that are out there. Let's interrupt that cycle of theft and colonization. Growth, folks.
Well, we finally got here. The word woke itself is now canceled. And I would just like to take a second to say that there is no such thing as African American vernacular English, or whatever they want to call it, Black vernacular English. There is only using the language incorrectly. There is no such thing. I'm sorry. Someone had to tell you that.
Your relationships will start to change when you realize, and the people you're in relationship with realize, that providing and caretaking are not love. They are labor. And who benefits from making sure that even in our most closest relationships, that they are rooted in labor instead of love. Who benefits?
It rhymes with capitalism.
What in the love of God are you talking about? This just in, ladies and gentlemen. Providing for your family is not love. Stop doing that, because you're only supporting the capitalist system. And, you know, I hate to always say this, but why do they have to be ugly? It's a chicken or the egg scenario. Does the stupid or the ugly come first? I don't know.
The short answer is yes. But to explain why, I would invite you to think about a couple things. Why do you not want to be fat? And pretty much any answer you can give would be based in fat phobia. If you don't view fat as a bad thing, then why would it matter if you are? And as far as losing weight for health reasons, a lot of that is based in fat phobia as well. The BMI itself is a racist and inaccurate tool. There have also been a lot of inaccuracies in the way that we research fatness in general. Developing healthier habits for your life is not the same as intentional weight loss. If I decide to eat healthier and nourish my body better, there are good chances that I would lose weight. The focus becomes more on adopting healthy habits than what your weight is. People think that striving to be healthy is the same as striving to not be fat because of fat phobia.
What a fat bitch.
If a person is not responding to you shouting ma'am at them, maybe stop calling them ma'am. I swear to God, I am this close to misgendering every single customer that does so to me. Just stop.
Listen, if you don't stop misgendering me, well, I'm gonna misgender you. I'm sorry, it doesn't go both ways. If you misgendered me, I would not care, because I would just think you're an idiot. And if you're at work and a customer is saying, excuse me, ma'am, excuse me, miss, excuse me, and you never turn and look at them and you ignore them, they're not going to assume it's because you're not a ma'am. They're going to assume that you can't hear. So they're just going to say it louder, which sounds like it's going to make it worse for you. So I would suggest just turning around and saying, yes, how can I help you?
I genuinely hope within my lifetime I witness the collapse of capitalism, the collapse of America. I don't really care at this point. I'm over it. I'm done. I'm angry past anger. I'm tired past exhaustion. I am frustrated beyond words. My heart is kind of broken. I feel lied to, manipulated, tricked in all kinds of forms. Like, this has to stop soon, right? Like, this can't just keep going. There's so many people who are miserable.
What an absolute loser. And so many people are miserable. Well, I'm sorry. But you know what? Better miserable in capitalism than dead with communism. Get out of here. Oh, and by the way, just side note, you look like a trans man. I'm not even sure that this is a real dude. This could very well be a trans man. And I don't even know which way that's insulting. But it's insulting somebody. And that's what I'm all about here. Anyway, my name is Swamp. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Leave a comment letting me know that, you used to be funnier. You used to be clever. Now you just say people are ugly. You know? At a certain point. A man breaks. And he just has to say, that is one ugly bitch. All right, I'll see you guys next time.